Hi there, Carly. I heard that your pregnancy is pretty rough on you. So rough that you're actually being kept overnight in the hospital for observation? Wow, that's gotta suck. But not as much as what I'm about to tell you now. Your husband is now mine, Carly. When you check out of the hospital tomorrow, don't bother coming back to your house. As of tonight, it's gonna be my house.
Lana, what in the world are you talking about? My husband is now yours. You can't mean that.
Oh, but I do mean it, Carly. I hate to break it to you this way. Who am I kidding? I am so excited to be breaking it to you this way. But you know how you started completely ignoring him in the bedroom the moment you got pregnant? Well, somebody had to do the job, and I was more than glad to pick up your slack. But don't get me wrong, I've been trying to get my hands on him since way before that. And now all of my hard work has finally paid off. Sorry, Carly, but I'm not actually sorry.
Hold on, I feel like the room is starting to spin. Are you telling me that my husband was cheating on me? With you?
I'm glad you could finally catch up with the rest of the class. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't believe me? Try asking him yourself.
I don't believe it. It's all true. He just told me never to come back home again.
I know, I was sitting right next to him when he said it. Well, if I'm being more precise, I was sitting on him. You poor thing. Does it hurt to have your husband throw you away like yesterday's garbage? Please tell me it hurts.
Lana, why? How could you do this to me? I mean, we're friends. We've been friends for years. We spent so much time together. I don't understand, Lana. Tell me why you did this.
You want to know why? It was easy. I don't consider you a friend, and I never have.
What?
You were dating him since you were both back in college, right? His grandparents founded one of the biggest companies in the area. His parents are filthy stinkin' rich, and the man himself works for a famous consulting firm. Let me tell you something, Carly. I have been hooking up with all sorts of guys on exclusive dating apps. I have been with all sorts of elite men, but none of them are anywhere near as elite as your husband. So eventually I got tired of messing around with all those other guys and figured I'd bide my time. I mean, I was sure an ugly, boring girl would get dumped by him in no time. But my God, you just would not let him go. I figured you'd have broken up by 6 months. Imagine my shock when you two actually got married. Do you have any idea how hard it was for me with you getting in my way all these years?
What are you trying to say, Lana? That you never really were my friend? You only stuck close to me in order to stay close to my husband? That this was all just some years-long ploy to steal my husband from me?
Yeah, didn't I already explain that? Seriously, Carly, you must be the least self-aware person I have ever met. Why the hell would an awesome, cool, sexy girl like me waste my time hanging around with an ugly, boring girl like you?
This can't be happening. I've talked to you so many times about him. When I was having trouble connecting with him, you gave me advice. When we had fights, you were always there to comfort me. But that was all a lie?
I don't know. I think I prefer calling it acting rather than lying. And I am a damn good actress, aren't I? It's been really hard to keep up the facade, but having a front row seat to see you finally get kicked to the curb made it all worth it. So I'm not your friend anymore. Your husband's not your husband anymore. Your house isn't your house anymore. I'm done with you, so never talk to me again. Okay? Okay, bye! Hey there, Carly. How are you holding up? Have you calmed down a bit?
Yeah, a bit. Thanks a bunch, Amy. I'm sorry I made you come all the way out to the hospital just to cry in my hospital bed for an hour.
It's all right. That's what big sisters are for. Anytime you need me to come down there, you just call me, okay? Don't worry about telling Mom and Dad. I'll let them know what's going on. You just do your best to relax. Your condition was bad enough before this happened.
I don't know if I can relax.
I know it's gonna be hard, but you really need to try and forget about those two scumbags. Just empty your mind of everything but that little baby girl in your belly. She's the most important thing right now. Plus, you've been preparing for something like this to happen. All you need to do is go through with the plan, step by step.
Yeah, you're right. My daughter needs me. She has nobody else now.
That's not true. She's got me, Mom, Dad, and a whole bunch of other people who love her. So don't you ever feel like you have to do this all by yourself. I gotta say, that creep husband of yours always was a dirtbag in my book, but Lana, I can't believe that she was such a slimy, home-wrecking little slut. And not just that, she waited until you were this close to giving birth to do this to you. She deserves to go to jail for this.
Unfortunately, homewrecking isn't a crime. At least it's not a criminal offense anyway. Thanks again for coming by, Amy. If not for you, I'd probably still be crying my eyes out right about now.
Hey, don't you hold back one single tear. If you need to cry, then cry. If you need a shoulder to cry on, then call me. You hear me, Carly? I'm here for you. I'm on your side, and I always will be. Once that beautiful baby girl is born, then we'll get to work on putting our plan into action. You and me are gonna send those two cheating, lying, backstabbing losers straight to hell. Hey there, how's my favorite newly single girl doing today? Oh, and how about that thing inside of you? Did you finally pop it out or what?
Not that it's any of your business, but yes, my daughter was born healthy as a horse.
Oh, great! Now you can get to work on losing all that weight you gained during your pregnancy. Though you might have trouble finding the time to go to a gym, since you're gonna have to raise that thing all by yourself. And that's all I have to say to you. Screw you, hope your life sucks. Bye-bye!
Hold it right there. What are you doing this for, Lana? You already stole my husband from me. Why do you have to go out of your way to text me just to rub it in? What did I do to you to deserve this?
Nah, it's not really about anything that you did. It's just that I have all this pent-up stress from pretending to be your friend all these years.
Stress?
So your husband, well, back then he was just your boyfriend, but still, he was super hot back when you were dating, like I said, and so I started pretending to be your friend so I could get closer to him. But you were just the biggest oblivious idiot in the world, and you never caught on to that. And the worst part was that he never even paid much attention to me at first, no matter how much I hit on him. You two were always hugging, holding hands, kissing. It pissed me off.
And you were always beautiful, Lana. You could have had any man you wanted. Why were you so dead set on taking my man?
I already told you, I was hooking up with elite men for ages, and none of them were anywhere near your husband's level. You're Miss Oblivious, so you probably don't realize this, but your husband is probably the single most elite man in this entire city. I knew that there was no one I wanted but him, so I made myself out to be your friend so I could get closer to him. I'll never forget the day I finally got his number. I told him that he could talk to me if he ever needed any advice on presents to give you.
I still can't believe this happened. My husband cheating on me? We were getting along just fine. Sure, we had our difficulties, but every couple has those.
Yeah, tell me about it. You guys were getting along great. I was worried I might never be able to pry him away from you. But then you went and got pregnant, and that was what finally let me get my foot in the door. You were always whining about feeling sick or tired or having a headache or some kind of problem.
Well, yeah, I was pregnant. Every woman has a different experience with their pregnancies. I had it worse than most do, but he always seemed like he understood that.
Bzz, wrong again. God, you're so dense. He was dying for some action. He texted me all the time about how you never took care of his masculine needs. So late at night when he was in the mood, but you weren't, he needed an outlet. I provided that for him. And let me tell you, once I made it clear I was available to him, he took me up on the offer right away.
This is so cruel. Of all the underhanded, evil things to do to someone.
Yeah, woe is you, blah, blah, blah. Do you think we can cut the pity party short? I don't know how much more of this I can take without losing my lunch. You're a big girl, so act like it. Don't worry, I'll bet you're gonna get a ton of money from your husband in alimony.
You think that's going to make this better?
No, not really, but I don't care either way. He's rich, his family's rich, his relatives are rich. He'll have no trouble paying whatever you want. And he'll still have plenty of money left over to spoil me rotten, so you can take that money and give your kid a nice, comfy lifestyle, okay? Consider this my final gift to you as your former best friend. Okay, I'm done talking to you now. I've got a life of happiness ahead of me. Enjoy your life of loneliness and misery.
For your sake, Lana, I sure hope you'll become as happy as you think you will, but I think you'll only be as happy as you deserve.
Why are you still talking to me? Shouldn't you be more worried about yourself? You're such a sore loser, it's pathetic. Hey, what do you think you're doing? You are suing me for this much? This is insane. Where do you get off suing me?
It's called alienation of affection, Lana. Look it up. Not every state lets you sue for it, but luckily for me, ours does. And as for the amount, I don't know why you're so surprised. That amount is a reflection of the emotional pain you've put me through.
Oh, don't give me that emotional pain bullcrap. The amount you're suing me for would be enough to treat brain cancer twice. I had an affair with your husband and I didn't kidnap your kid. This amount is ridiculous. I'm not paying it even if you win.
First of all, if I win, you don't have a choice. Second, this isn't just about your affair with my husband.
It's not? Then what is it about? What else have I done to you?
You really don't know? You pretended to be my best friend for years, only to stab me in the back in the worst way possible. That's what I'm suing you for. You might have been faking it all the time, but I genuinely thought that you were my friend. And now I know that it was all a pack of lies that you were telling me in order to steal my husband from me. Do you know how it feels to be betrayed by someone who you thought was your friend? I have so many memories with you. We went to parties together. We went shopping together. We went on trips together. From now on, whenever one of those memories comes up, it's only going to remind me of the pain of your betrayal. So if anything, I think I'm not suing you for anywhere near enough. There's not enough money in the entire world that could make me forget about what you did to me.
Ugh, would you just listen to yourself? You are acting like some tragic heroine in a soap opera. Just shut up already. And another thing, it's only been about a week since you found out about me and your husband. How have you already found a lawyer and sued me? Isn't this all happening just a bit too fast? Don't tell me you were already considering divorcing him before I broke the news to you.
I wouldn't say I was considering divorce, but I was preparing for it.
What?
It's like I just told you earlier. The reason I'm suing you is less about what you did with my husband and more about what you did to me. You made a big mistake, Lana, in more ways than one. You only looked surface deep. You saw a man with a handsome face, a wealthy family, a fancy title, and thought that's all you needed to know about him. And you're about to pay a very heavy price for being so shallow.
What are you even talking about?
You'll find out soon enough. You've been going on and on about how my husband is some kind of Bruce Wayne, but let's just say that appearances can be deceiving. And in my husband's case, they can be very deceiving. But again, you'll learn about all of that soon enough.
No, this can't be true. Your husband was a big shot at a company. He was making tons of money. What happened? Why isn't he working there anymore?
Have a seat, Lana, and let me tell you a little story. It all started about a month after we found out I was pregnant. One day, my husband came home, looked me straight in the eyes, grinning from ear to ear, and said, "I just quit my job."
What? He quit his job after you got pregnant?
He sure did. Without even so much as mentioning the thought to me, he decided that he would quit his well-paying job and start his own business. And within a few months of starting it up, it failed most spectacularly. That failure left him with no job and no income, just a lot of debt.
Hold on, this doesn't make any sense. What are you saying? You mean to tell me that your husband quit his job making a lot of money to start a company that made no money and now he's in debt because of it?
Yeah, that's a pretty good summary. And if you think you're shocked now, imagine how shocked I was when I first heard. Seriously, there I was, about a month into my pregnancy, thinking about baby names, when my husband up and says that he quit his job. I asked him how he was going to support the baby once she was born, and you know what he said? He said, "There's nothing to worry about, honey. I'm gonna be a CEO." Then he went and borrowed a bunch of money, despite having absolutely no clue how to start a business. I guess he thought that since his relatives were all successful businessmen, then it must be in his DNA or something.
And you didn't stop him? You are his wife. It is your job to stop him from doing something that stupid.
I tried my best. I really did. We talked about it time after time, but he just wouldn't listen to me. He changed practically overnight. He started ignoring my texts and calls. He would never even talk to me in the house. He wasn't thinking about anything but himself and his wild ambitions. It made me start to think, maybe this isn't the man I want to raise my child. But I still loved him. I still trusted him. I thought that things would be all right. So I decided that the best thing for me to do would be to stay by his side, while also having a plan B. The plan B was that if he didn't clean up his act and start being a more responsible man, then I would leave him.
You have got to be joking. Why didn't you ever tell me about any of that? I was your best friend.
There are some things that should be kept between a husband and wife. Even if you were my best friend, which now I know you weren't, it wouldn't be appropriate to bring it up with you. And again, it's not like I was for sure going to leave him. I still cared about him and wanted to give him a chance. But thanks to you having an affair with him, my decision was made a lot easier. Not just that, I'm also going to get way more money from you and him than I thought I would. If his mistress were any woman other than you, I might even have been slightly grateful. It's too bad things had to turn out this way.
What are you acting glum for? I'm the one who's in the biggest trouble. You tricked me. I had no idea he was broke when I started sleeping with him.
I don't know, Lana. You're getting what you always wanted. You worked so hard for years to make me think I was your friend, all so you could steal my husband from me. And now you finally succeeded. He's yours, forever. Good luck making things work with him. He's going to need a lot of support from you in the years to come. Consider that advice my last gift to you as your former best friend.
You slimy, vindictive little brat! You went and tattled on me to my boss?
Tattle? Me? Sorry, but you're mistaken. I didn't do any such thing. However, in an interesting coincidence, my older sister just so happens to have been sending her daughter to the daycare you work at. She figured if her sister's best friend was working there, she could trust them to take care of her daughter. But then you came along, started up an affair with my husband, and broke the news to me right before I gave birth. So tell me, Lana, would you feel comfortable leaving your child in the care of someone willing to do something that sinister? No, I don't think you would. So my sister decided that she would send her daughter elsewhere. She was good friends with a couple of the other girls' moms, and when they asked her why she was transferring, she told them, that's all. She didn't tattle on you to your boss, and she didn't go around spreading nasty rumors about you.
Yeah, well, she may as well have. Word got around fast. Everyone knows about it now.
There's a very simple explanation for that. What you did was comically evil, just downright vicious, sadistic, twisted, and every other negative adjective I can think of. Do you not realize the position you're in? Parents are putting their children, their most valuable treasures, in your care. And then they find out that you were sleeping with a married man with a pregnant wife who was your best friend. You've made it very clear that you have zero moral standards whatsoever. No one would entrust their child to a woman like you. Think about it. What mother and wife would feel safe around you? As far as they know, their husbands could be your next target. And that's not even getting into what you might be willing to do to their children. You get that, don't you?
Shut up, I didn't do anything wrong. All I did was work my hardest in order to achieve my own happiness. And now I'm getting fired for that? Oh, that's not fair. Why did you do this to me?
I didn't do anything to you. You did it to yourself. Working with children comes with a heavy responsibility. You have just as much influence, if not more influence, than those children's parents. I remember back in college, you always dreamed of working with kids. And when I watched how hard you worked to make that dream come true, I respected you for that. Then you made your dream come true, and you were so proud of yourself for that accomplishment. And now, the thing that you valued so much has been taken away from you. Maybe now you can understand how I felt after you stole my husband from me. I might not have been the one who made this happen, but frankly, I'm really happy about it. It couldn't have happened to a more deserving woman.
I don't deserve this. Everyone knows about what I did. Everyone. There is no way I'll ever get a job in this town again after this. You knew how much I loved my job. How could you sit back and watch as that gets taken away from me? How heartless can you be?
Heartless? That accusation doesn't hit very hard coming from you. I have a heart. It's broken, shattered, and torn up into 1,000 pieces, but at least I still have one. I am still human though, so you'll have to understand that I'm getting just a little bit of enjoyment out of your misery. Honestly, I hope this hurts. Bad. I hope it keeps hurting for a long time. Because the more you hurt, the more I feel like I'll be able to move on with my life. Amy, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel like I'm falling apart. I'm spending all day and night taking care of my daughter. I can barely sleep at all. And I still have to deal with those two.
Oh, Carly, you need to rest. Mom and I can come to your place more often to help you out.
No, you're already doing enough. I know I need to rest, but I just can't. Whenever I fall asleep, I dream about them. I see them laughing at me, smiling, hugging each other. I've woken up screaming so many times over the last few days.
Oh no. Carly, I think you might need to get some psychiatric help. I don't like the things I'm hearing from you. You're getting your alimony payments from your ex, aren't you? What about your lawsuit against Lana?
The trial isn't for a few weeks. But even if I win and take everything from her, it's still not going to be enough. My ex's parents are super wealthy, so even though his first business failed and he landed himself deep in debt, they could always bail him out. He might be able to make a comeback, and now the two of them are planning a wedding party for themselves. I hear they're sending out invitations to all their friends right now.
What? They're throwing a party for a marriage that started in an affair? That's disgusting. I don't blame you for being furious, Carly. I would be too if I were in your position.
Those two ruined my life. I can't sit by and let them get a fresh start for their own lives.
I totally agree. So let's keep that fresh start from happening.
But how?
I need to tell you something. I felt bad for thinking this way before, but the truth is, I always hated your ex. I don't know what it was. He just gave off this really bad vibe. I couldn't stand being around him. As for Lana, well, she was your friend, not mine, but I never really thought she was all that fun to be around the few times I interacted with her. And now they've both betrayed you, my precious little sister. They say that revenge doesn't offer closure, but this isn't about closure. It's about justice. Those two deserve to have the hammer dropped on them, big time. Plus, this isn't just for you, it's personal for me, too. So even if you weren't going to, I've been wanting to get some sweet payback on them ever since I first found out about their affair.
Thank you so much, Amy. But yeah, how are we gonna do it? Do you have a plan?
You leave everything to me. I'm going to use all my connections to get as much information on those two as possible. All I need you to do is rest, relax, and give your daughter lots of hugs and kisses for me. Carly, this is a new low, even for you. Today was supposed to be our wedding party. We invited all of our friends. It was going to be the best party ever. But it was supposed to start an hour ago, and none of our guests have arrived. Not a single one. That's weird, right? Like, I am super popular and everyone loves me, so everyone should want to come. So I asked around to see if they were running late or sick or whatever. But what did I find out? I found out that you were behind this. How much longer are you going to keep this up, Carly? Huh? When will it be enough for you?
It'll be enough when you two are just as miserable as you deserve to be. And don't act like I did anything nefarious here. All I did was let your guests know that I wouldn't be coming because your relationship began in an affair. But if they still wanted to celebrate your wedding in spite of that, they were more than welcome to.
How is that not nefarious? Thanks to you, all my friends are being super nasty to me. They're calling me things like homewrecker, skank, slut, backstabber. You have ruined my reputation. I mean, how did you even know all their numbers?
Well, we did go to college together. We have a lot of common friends.
Yeah, but you don't know all my friends.
My sister helped me fill in the gaps.
Your sister? You mean that snobby, stuck-up girl who was always wearing a pantsuit?
Yep, that's her. She works for a digital marketing company, so she knows more about social media than anyone else I know. She looked up all of your social media accounts, then went through all your mutual follows and sent them all a message from me. But even that wouldn't be enough to get all of your guests, so we asked all the recipients to pass on the information to as many people as possible.
Unbelievable. You actually went to all that trouble just to get back at us? You are a psycho. Why can't you just leave us alone? Don't you have a baby to take care of?
Why, yes, Lana, I do have a baby. And that baby doesn't have a father because of you. So if you were really concerned about her well-being, you wouldn't have, done that.
But you said you were going to divorce him anyway.
No, I said I was going to give him a chance to step up and be a dad.
You still shouldn't have this strong of a grudge against me. I sure hope you're happy with yourself, Carly. You've caused us an insane amount of trouble.
Oh yeah? Go on. Tell me all about it.
There are all sorts of crazy rumors flying around about us. Like that my husband abandoned his first wife when she was about to give birth and ran off with her best friend.
That's not a rumor, that's just the truth.
Yeah, but still, now no other companies want to do business with him anymore. It's not right. Our relationship is a private matter. It shouldn't impact business. Man, things were looking so good for him. He was on his way to bringing his company back into the black.
If you think infidelity is only a private matter, then you're gravely mistaken. Just think about it. My ex-husband turned his back on the woman he promised to spend the rest of his life with when she was at her most vulnerable. Who would want to do business with a guy like that? He always was a perennial optimist, which was a good quality in some ways. But an unfortunate side effect is that it made him think that no matter what he did, no matter who he hurt, that it would all work out fine in the end. Those rumors aren't gonna go away anytime soon. And his company isn't gonna go back into the black anytime soon either. Did he think that agreeing to make large alimony payments would absolve him of his guilt?
Well, yeah, duh. Isn't that what alimony is for? We both thought if we paid up, then you'd leave us alone. This wasn't part of the deal. We want our money back. How are we gonna get by if his company folds? We'll be homeless within a week.
I could never give it back. That money was a present from you. How could I let go of the last present you ever gave me as your former best friend? No, I'm gonna treasure that money and put it to good use for me and my daughter. That's what my former best friend would have wanted.
Please, Carly, I am begging you. You're gonna destroy me.
Aren't you being a bit overly dramatic?
No, you don't understand. Things have gone from bad to worse. That guy won't listen to me. He just keeps saying that it's all gonna work out. So he's borrowing more and more money to dump into his company. Every day I tell him he needs to give it up, that his business is never going to succeed. Our financial future is getting darker and darker by the second. I tried telling him that I'll divorce him if he doesn't give up on his company, but then he just said that he doesn't want to become a twice-divorced man, so he'll fight me every step of the way.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I wouldn't expect anything less from him.
I don't get it. He used to listen to me before we got married. It's like he's a whole different person. I even tried to ask his parents to talk some sense into him, but they won't listen to me either.
Yet again, not surprising. His parents spoil the crap out of him, but to everyone else, they just give the cold shoulder. Let me guess, did they tell you that they'll only talk to family members?
Yeah, that's exactly what they say. I'm like, we're married though, but they don't even care about that.
Wow, thank you so much for telling me all that. It makes me feel better knowing how miserable you are.
I haven't been on speaking terms with anyone in my own family for years either. I have no one to turn to. You were married to him, so you know what I'm going through. So, can't you give me a hand? Seriously, I'm on my knees begging here. And we're best friends, aren't we?
We were friends, Lana. I used to adore you, but now all that admiration and respect has turned to hatred. I'm not enough of a saint to extend a hand of mercy to the woman who lied to me for years and years.
No way. You mean you're just gonna sit back and watch as I suffer?
Don't you realize why no one is willing to help you now? It's because you spent your whole life using others as stepping stones. Well, you stepped wrong this time, and as a result, you're neck deep in muck. And no one, least of all me, is gonna help pull you out. My ex-husband took on more debt than he could ever handle, and his company went under. He had apparently named Lana as a guarantor for all his loans, so she went down with him. As for me, I'm loving every day that I get to spend with my daughter. It's not easy to be a single mother, to be sure. But taking care of my daughter is the only thing keeping me going after the pain of losing my husband and my best friend. My sister Amy and our parents are helping me out a lot too, so I have a pretty strong support network. So, moving forward, I hope to keep my gratitude for the people who care about me in my heart and raise my daughter as well as I can.